Hello everybody, welcome back. I am EonShiKeno, and I've got with me Time Lord.
Hey.
We're going to catch the game here between Deny, our red Protoss player, red Terran player here in the top right part of the map on Shakuros Plateau. On the bottom left part of the map, we've got WhiteRa, aka WhiteRa, as our blue Protoss player down here in the bottom left part of the map.
And this is a ladder map, or this is a ladder game as well, as you can tell from the chat.
Yep, and looks like Deny was trying to avoid playing WhiteRa on ladder. And WhiteRa said, I'm going to take a break later after he gets a couple more wins underneath his belt. That is definitely his catchphrase. Special tactics. And so we got cross-map spawning positions here. Deny going for that close supply depot right there next to his main, keeping that command center nice and warm in this cold Shakuros Plateau night.
Yeah.
So WhiteRa getting his pylon and gateway down and sending out a probe. Gonna go do some scouting. And what do we got over here in Deny's side of the world? Getting a gas and a barrack, so pretty much standard play for him. Nothing too risky going on so far in this game.
Yeah, we're probably not going to see a popular is like a barracks and then your command center. So it looks like he is going to get that gas, like you said, and transition into either a Reaper for scouting, probably, or a quick factory. We'll see.
Yeah, I definitely think the Reaper expansion is still pretty viable. It gives you some pretty good, cheap way to scout your opponent, and as well, you can of course get that expansion up and going. It works out as a pretty good build, and it's kind of hard to scout with, or it's kind of hard to scout against because the opening is very standard. It's the the barracks gas, so there's a lot of things you can go from there. And Deny is actually scouting the wrong position, so he's going to have to wait a little bit before he figures out what WhiteRa is up to. WhiteRa's got his Cybernetics core just about finished and not starting his second gas yet. So, I'm kind of expecting WhiteRa to go for either like a 4-gate, 1 gas, or just go for an expansion. I'm kind of leaning toward the expansion side of things.
Yeah, WhiteRa is pretty good at always getting expansion. I've never seen him one base too long. He always likes to get that. Unless
it was like a Protoss mirror match, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think you just called it. Deny is getting that Reaper expansion going up, and let's see if he can actually accomplish anything with this Reaper. And there we got the second gas for WhiteRa is just now going up, so not too fast of a second gas, but reasonable. Got a Zelt there at the front entrance, throwing down that second gateway, not going for the rowboat, and he's got Warp Gate about halfway finished and throwing down another gateway. So this Reaper is out and about. I'm going to be interested to see if he actually jumps up there and starts scouting instantly, or if he just hangs back and waits for a couple minutes and then waits to see what the tech is later on.
Yeah, and WhiteRa does have that Artosis pylon. Getting his core and 3 gates there, so hopefully he doesn't lose that pylon.
Yeah, but he does have one scout pylon up here at the front. And he's got another one way up here at the top, so he's doing a pretty good job of spreading those pylons out. But yeah, and even one down here in the bottom right. So, man, he's going to see that Reaper coming if that Reaper decides to come in here at the bottom. And that looks like the way the Reaper's going to get in here. And wow, look at WhiteRa with those Sentry and Stalker in place, in position there. And I don't know if this Reaper is going to actually get up in there and deal any damage. Maybe he sneaks in the very bottom edge here below that pylon. He's actually going to get in there and scout maybe some probes, but I don't know. We have the expansion up now going for WhiteRa, and the expansion for Deny is flying down. No orbital yet. And he's setting up to make a lot of bio units. He's got Stim on the way. He's got 3 barracks up and going, making some Marauders. Still on 1 gas, transferring some SCVs down there. And 3 gas, and we got a rowboat now going up for WhiteRa. And here we got the Reaper getting ready to run up that ramp, or up that cliff. Going to turn those boosters on high and jump up there. There he's going to sneak in across the bottom. Is that Stalker going to be in range? Yes, it is. And he's not going to accomplish much here. That Stalker moves very quickly. And is he going to get 1 probe? Oh, he gets 1 probe, but that's about it. Doesn't get any scouting information.
Yeah, it looks like he's probably going to have to waste a scan or use a scan here, because he get no information there.
Yeah, he just did call down a mule, so I don't think he's really worried about getting a scan, and he's just going to figure... Oh well. Now let's see. Does he actually? He hasn't even scouted the expansion outside WhiteRa's base, so he doesn't even know there's an expansion. He's preparing, I think, going to play pretty safe here. So he's got that bunker up, and he's got some Marines and Marauders out front. But really, he could be playing aggressive at this point. We've got WhiteRa. He's got this pumping out some observers. This is definitely, I see something WhiteRa do quite a bit, is get that 3-gate robo and then just pump out 2 observers and then start making maybe Colossus a little bit later. So here we go.
Yeah, he still is sticking with 3 gates, and he does have that Twilight count, so I'm wondering if he's going to get Blink and use some Blink
Templar Archives.
tactics.
He just started the Templar Archives. That is on the way, so I don't think he's going to get Blink. I think he's going to go for some High Templar.
He did. I see that now. Huh.
He's got 3 gas up, 4th gas is on the way. He's got Sentry Stalkers, and I'm really surprised Deny didn't pressure that in the front. He only saw 2 Stalkers and he fell back. That was really, I think he lost a timing window there where he could have actually done a lot of damage to his opponent.
Yeah, I'm seeing WhiteRa using a lot of Templars, and they're pretty beefy.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of special plays here from WhiteRa. I've seen on his stream at least him doing some really awesome putting High Templars inside Warp Prisms and just microing here. Wait, he's actually doing it right now. He's making a Warp Prism and getting Psionic Storm. So I think we're going to see some of his special tactics of putting High Templar in the Warp Prism and then dropping them like on cliffs and then storming from above. If we see that, that's going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah, and what's cool about the Warp Prism is like you can just go all the way across the map and like set up your warp, put in some Templars, and then put them in the Warp Prism, then go from there. So, and since you can't really get, you only have 50 energy for Templars, it's pretty cool to just run around with your Templars in a Warp Prism.
Yeah, it definitely makes him a more versatile unit. You can drop him on the high ground and all that stuff. And then we got some more gateways being produced by WhiteRa. He's getting charge up and going. I definitely see WhiteRa get charge versus almost every single PvT. He just likes charge, and I think against a bio play, charge lots with Storm is going to be pretty effective. Now we've got Deny. He's going to push out here. He's got Marines, Combat Shield upgrade. He's got Concussive Shells. Stim is finished, 2 Medivacs. And we're going to see here if he's going to actually go for a split attack, like split by pushing his units up in the front and then doing some drops in the main. He may go for that, or he may just do a little bit of pressure in the front and back up. We do have, WhiteRa does know about this. He had Stalkers and Probes at both of those Unlock Towers in the middle. And here we got a Warp Prism at the top of the map making its way to the main of Deny. That Observer is out there, and he's going to do some damage. And Deny is kind of hanging out. He's got some drops in there. Storm going down right on top of all those SCVs. And oh!
Whoa!
Where is Deny's weatherman? He needs to get fired. He did not see that coming. And here we got Deny at the front of his base, and his attack just landed a little bit too late. We're going to have a drop. Here we do. We have Deny coming in the back of his base with 8 Marines. He's got Stim finished. He's going to go for a 2-prong attack here. The middle line now is WhiteRa is going to have to catch us pretty quick, not lose too many Marines. Quickly pulling those Marines back, or Probes back into the front. He's going to try and pick off some Zealots at the front. And wow, another Storm goes right on top of all those units, and Deny is so squishy right now. He just needs to get out of there and heal up. Stimming in the bottom here, he's getting some more probe kills, but no, he's losing all those units. And WhiteRa has been doing an excellent job of fighting off this attack so far.
Yeah, and out front, he finally cleans up the drop in his main, and basically cleaned up the drop in his natural.
Oh, another big Storm with the expansion of Deny. Oh no, no. Deny, he did not get the weather warning on his TV. You know the little emergency signal that pops up that makes all the noise, and then you're trying to watch a show, and then it pops up and tells you there's a tornado coming. You're like, I don't care. I'm watching American Idol, for God's sakes.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Oh, feedback on top of the medevac. Just comes in the wrong place, wrong time. Doesn't kill it, though, but he's going to get away there. And looks like WhiteRa is just going to turn that Archon, or those High Templar into an Archon. And I got to check how many workers killed. 23 workers killed Duckload Raw has on Deny, and Deny only got 5. So far I think the harass technique of WhiteRa has been far superior, and he's just really turning this Warp Prism High Templar harass, he's just really making this his own here.
Yeah, it's very, very effective. Very. Like, you don't see anyone do it, really.
Yeah, Warp Prism is my favorite unit in the game. He needs to watch out here. There's two missile turrets up. He needs to stay back there. Those things will do a lot of damage and drop that up. So Deny now has protection against that, at least for the time being. And we've got Deny going to push out here again. He's got some ghosts. He does not have enough for EMP yet. He's got his Mobius reactor just about finished there. It finishes. We got a Robotics Bay on the way for WhiteRa, and some more gateways coming up. So he's going to, actually he's making another Observer coming out. He's probably going to start making Colossus as soon as that Robotics Bay finishes, and then probably pump out a lot of Zealots. Now, I've seen him go this before. Just get a ton of Zealots with charge, and then Colossus, and just like very few Stalkers and some High Templars mixed in there. So Deny sending Scout and Marine up here to the front just to see what type of composition he's up against. He was going to run up there and try and take out that third from WhiteRa. I don't know if he's going to get it. He's going to run straight into this fight, pick off some High Templar. There he goes, sniping the one. EMP missing everything. Another storm right on top of there. Oh my god, he's walking through the storm! It's so bad. Reinforcement from Deny coming from the back, and he just walks through another one. Oh my, he just lost everything. Oh wow. WhiteRa's got to be feeling good after that. Yeah,
he does.
He slaughtered that army. Wow, supply count 116 for WhiteRa, 63 for Deny.
What's funny is WhiteRa's Nexus is like 1 hex off. It could be closer to the minerals. I don't think he realizes that.
Yeah, he's got better things to do, like kill entire armies with High Templars. Man, that one High Templar's got 6 kills, the other one's got 5. Man, the High Templar of this game, definitely the MVP unit of this game. It's just like such good High Templar play.
Yeah, a lot of people thought when that patch came out where it took out the Kydarian amulet that Templars would be useless, but WhiteRa has been showing us countless times that they're definitely not useless.
Oh my god, he had another drop here. The main, I just missed that from WhiteRa. I don't know if he got any more kills there, but there's a lot of really weak SCVs up there, so I think he maybe only got 1 storm off. He only had like 1 or 2 High Templar in that mix. Let me check the workers killed, and he's got 33 now, so that's up from I think 23 the last time I checked that he hit this expansion, so he's still doing a ton of damage with these drops. And he's just forced to put up so many missile turrets, and this main for Deny is so large that you just have to put up missile turrets basically everywhere, it seems like, just to keep WhiteRa out. At this point, I'm surprised Deny just hasn't invested in like 1 Viking just to you know, patrol the outside of his base.
Yeah, and you can, even if, because you need to kill that War Prism, and that just forces them to build another one, which, you know,
yeah, I mean, it takes
no time, you know.
Yeah, and we have a big army here, and Deny needs to run. There's no way he's going to win this fight. He's stimming to get out of there. And those Medivacs are wishing they had stim too, and that Ghost unfortunately doesn't have stim. He's poking along in the back. But WhiteRa's army this is just a matter of time until WhiteRa just commits to an attack and just ends Deny. Deny's expansion over here is 3rd. He's trying to morph into a planetary, but he's going to have to lift off that thing. He's going to die so quick. It's not even going to get away. That thing is on fire. Wow, feedback's going on top of both those Medivacs. And I think he killed that Ghost too, and now he's going to try and micro against these pulling SCVs. He's going to attack with the SCVs. He's going to need to. They're trying to just hang out there, doing some stem micros. These Zealots are pretty beefy. 2 upgrades for those Zealots. He's marking them back into his main. He's going to get closer, get back to those bunkers. Medevac's still really low on energy. That one's going to die. Archon pulling through. 22 kills from that Archon. That guy's a beast. Then we got the GG from Deny.
Yep, the upgrades for him, for the Zealots, way too good. Made the Marine Marauder Ball just not as effective at all, so it was pretty great.
Yeah, he was doing a really good job of just keeping his macro up the whole time while he was continuing to harass, and I think it's very evident that WhiteRa's harass was just so much better than Deny's, and just the fact that WhiteRa's first harass with the High Templar and War Prism hit just literally like 10-20 seconds before Deny's attacked it in his main. That could have completely happened. Could have had a completely different game if Deny actually attacked first with his drops and caused WhiteRa to have to focus on that instead of having to drop High Templar at the same time, forcing him, you know, just to choose what he wanted to micro against. But wow, just time after time, just like so many storms killing SCVs, and Deny was kind of trying to get back after that first complete destruction of his SCV count from then on, and it was kind of just a downhill fall for Deny after that point. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game. It was a pretty fun game. WhiteRa showing how good he is. And that's it from me. Time Lord, you got anything to say?
I do not.
All right, see you guys later. A commentary for Force Strategy Gaming.